Hallo sehr geehrte Zuschauer und Abonnenten, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. Ja, heute machen wir weiter und heute möchte ich auf jeden Fall zusehen, dass wir Herr Emmerich hier dann noch irgendwo finden und auch befreien können. Aber erstmal müssen wir durch diesen Hangar da durch. Das wird auf jeden Fall nicht einfach.
Snake, you've got to rescue Dr. Emmerich, the Metal Gear engineer.
He's probably being held prisoner in the second floor basement of the Warhead storage building.
Ist klar.
People who have been through war and survived develop a kind of sixth sense to warn them of danger. Trust your instincts as a soldier, as a gamer.
Da hat er recht.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah. There's lots of boxes piled up in here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said. Totally careless.
They're working on a limited budget. They try to put on a pretty face for the media, but this is the grim reality of it. Nastasha knows lots more about it than I do.
All of the warheads in those boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious problem.
Snake, never use your weapon on that floor.
Ist klar. Waffengebrauch ist also hier verboten. Ja, wenigstens kann ich aber meine Betäubungspistole hier auch verwenden. Ich muss aber auf jeden Fall hier sehr vorsichtig sein, sonst wird dann hier der Gas freigesetzt und dann haben wir ein großes Problem.
Did you hear something?
Jetzt wieder schlafen.
Freeze. Help.
Okay, da hat nichts. Da ist auch nichts.
Don't make too much noise or you'll be spotted. Be careful when you're walking on that floor.
Ja, das habe ich auch schon so oder so jetzt verstanden, Campbell. So, da ist noch ein Fahrstuhl. Da ist eine Überwachungskamera. Bedecken wir mal den Fahrstuhl. Sorry, dass ich dich hier gerade beim Geschäft machen störe. Ich muss dich mal lieber jetzt erstmal schlafen legen. Oh, das war ein Magazin. Okay. Können wir gut gebrauchen. So, da kannst du jetzt dich richtig gut ausruhen. Hier ist nichts. Okay, da geht noch einer rein. Sehr schön. Perfekter Zeitpunkt. Er geht jetzt auch pinkeln.
Freeze.
Da können wir nicht rein. Und da auch nicht. Jetzt haben wir sogar die Nikita. Sehr schön. Die kann ich auch auf jeden Fall gut gebrauchen. So, zu. Da kann ich auch nicht rein. Ja, fast alle Türen sind hier alle verriegelt. Ich brauche da eine andere Schlüsselkarte.
The less you maneuver a remote-controlled missile, the faster it will fly. Remember this if you want to fire the missile over a greater distance. Snake, you've got to rescue Dr. Emmerich, the Metal Gear engineer.
He's probably being held prisoner in the second-floor basement of the warhead storage building.
Snake, watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high-voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
Interessant. Okay. Ja, ich muss auf jeden Fall da diese Fernsteuerung da ausschalten, mit der dann dieser elektrische Boden dann offline geht. Das war's. Okay, hier gibt es nichts weiter. Schwert. Gasmaske. Sehr schön. Ja, die Sauerstoffanzeige geht trotzdem ein bisschen runter, aber langsamer als ohne Gasmaske. Ist da etwas? Chef Grenade ist auch richtig gut. Ja, High Voltage ist so oder so klar.
You've got to rescue Dr. Emmerich and find out Metal Gear's weak point.
Isn't he being held in the laboratory in the northeast part of the floor you're on?
Meryl, what are these holes in the walls for?
Yeah, that's an air cleaner. For blowing tiny particles of dust off people's bodies before they enter the lab.
It is just like Baker said. We are facing increasing danger from stored nuclear materials. You see, there are three elements necessary in the manufacture of nuclear weapons: nuclear materials, nuclear engineers, and manufacturing technology. All three of them can easily be acquired by either legal or illegal means, if you have enough money, that is.
In war, a split second can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Don't ever hesitate. The slower you react, the greater the chance that you'll be beaten.
That's an air cleaner. For blowing tiny...
Wow. Also, da will ich nicht viel dazu sagen. Das ist richtig wow. Ganz schön blütig hier auf jeden Fall.
What's this pile of corpses? It looks like they were all slashed by some kind of sword.
It couldn't be.
What?
Nothing.
Snake, I'm worried about Emmerich. Hurry up and get to him.
Meryl, this pile of corpses. Is this your handiwork?
No way.
I didn't think so.
Who could have done that?
He got me, but he must be somewhere up ahead.
Then I guess you'll just have to go and find out.
Stealth camouflage? Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What? What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
Hey, you're that ninja.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless. I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
Oh, I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy this moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from another world to battle with you.
What is it? Revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference. All right then. Watch from your box seat.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
Ist klar, dann kämpfen wir mal gegen diesen Ninja. Ich weiß aber auf jeden Fall, dass im Original war der Kampf gegen ihn, ja, nicht so einfach. Also leicht lässt er sich hier auch nicht besiegen. Jedes Mal, wenn ich ihn dann mit 2, 3 Schlägen da getroffen habe, muss ich dann abwarten und dann wieder zuschlagen.
If you have a question about members of Foxhound, you should ask Naomi.
I'm sorry, but there's no one in Foxhound like that. There are currently only 6 members of Foxhound. Psycho Mantis, Sniper Wolf, Vulcan Raven, Decoy Octopus, Revolver Ocelot, and finally, Liquid Snake. The Genome soldiers under his command are next-generation special forces. Foxhound is intended to be a small number of highly elite, hand-picked soldiers.
You're talking about the current Foxhound, right?
Yes.
Snake, who or what is that thing? Is he an enemy or not?
That's what I'd like to know. Naomi, you really don't have any idea?
Maybe I should ask you the same thing.
What?
Nothing. Forget about it.
Ninja? I've never heard of any member of Foxhound like that. But you're gonna have to do something about him if you want to save Dr. Emmerich.
He's just playing with you. Why don't you try throwing away your weapons?
in Zanzibar. What? Not again. What's happening? Is it over? Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You yourself in Zanzibar land.
Yes. He should have been killed, but he's still alive.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark?
Yes. He started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
Apparently, for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar land.
And that was Gray Fox?
But he was already dead.
Yes. But they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That's the sickest thing I've ever heard.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that?
The record said he died in an accident.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was.
You're saying he's just living off his will to fight?
I'm not sure, but he seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again. I know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill him?
I'd rather not, but maybe that's what he wants. How long are you gonna stay in there?
Huh? Are you one of them?
No, I'm not. I always work alone.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
Come on, get out. We can't stay here forever.
Your uniform's different from theirs.
You're the Metal Gear Rex chief engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
Oh. So you're here to rescue me?
Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
Oh. Well, at least you're not one of them.
Are you hurt?
I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little trying to get away.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about. I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar! I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
Aren't they just trying to use the TMD missile module to launch a disabled nuclear warhead?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the President personally supervised the final assembly with the main unit.
President Baker?
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
A railgun, you said?
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs. The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all, I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be? Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon. They were using NOVA and NIF laser nuclear fusion testing equipment and supercomputers.
So they developed a new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
So, this exercise was designed to test the real thing.
What did our president do? If the terrorists launched that thing? No. Damn! Damn! I'm such a fool! It's all my fault! The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project. He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life. And my father? He was born on August 6th, 1945.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb. God's got a sense of humor, all right.
3 generations of Emmerich men. We must have the curse of nuclear weapons written into our DNA. I used to think that I could use science to help mankind. But in the end, I was the one being used. Using science for peace? That's only an anime.
That's enough crying. Pull yourself together. Where is Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base.
Where's that?
North of the communications tower. But it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the base's control room. You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Meryl's got the detonation code override keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch, we'll have to destroy Rex. I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
I created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the coast is clear, I'll contact you by codec.
How am I supposed to escape from an island?
Okay.
So what then?
I want you to hide somewhere and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this. It's the same stealth technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was gonna use them, but with this I'll be fine. Bad leg and all.
Good. But I want Meryl to watch after you too. Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close. Oh no! Damn, they spotted me!
Meryl, what happened? Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists. If she's disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense. Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? You get all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. Just glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
Otacon?
It stands for Otaku Convention. An otaku is a guy like me who likes Japanimation. Japan was the first country to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
Yeah, that's what all scientists say.
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has progressed because there is war. And because of scientists' greed, weapons of mass destruction were born. But that's all over. I won't take part in murder anymore.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place. Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall. If you need ammo or rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you. I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
Ja, da haben wir jetzt Herr Emmerich bzw. Otacon kennengelernt und auch seine Geschichte über seine Familie und was er da mit Metal Gear zu tun hatte und so weiter und so fort. Auf jeden Fall sehr interessante Sachen, was er uns da über Metal Gear erzählt hat und was da der Zweck hinter dieser Waffe ist. Aber bevor ich diesen Raum verlasse, möchte ich mich mir erstmal umschauen, denn hier gibt es ein paar Easter Eggs. Zum Beispiel hier. Das ist das Menü von Nintendo GameCube. Und da ist auch schon die Konsole. Und dieser graue Controller, wenn ich mich nicht irre, das war der kabellose Controller, der mit einem speziellen Adapter drahtlos da verbunden werden konnte. Dieser Controller kostete damals aber richtig teuer. Und heute kostet er auch, glaube ich, richtig eine ganz schöne Summe. Und da haben wir Super Mario und Yoshi. Interessanter Fakt übrigens. Wenn ihr Super Mario anschießt und mit diesem One-Up bekommt, und wenn ihr zum Beispiel verletzt seid, dann bekommt ihr durch dieses One-Up einen Lebenspunkt. Ist schon auf jeden Fall richtig cool zu sehen, dass solche Easter Eggs da eingebaut wurden.
Well, it looks like you've rescued Emmerich for the time being.
Yeah. With that stealth camouflage, he should be able to hide safely. Gray Fox. I can't believe it. But the real problem is your niece. The way the codec got cut off like that has me worried. Something must have happened to her.
You're worried? About Meryl?
Not exactly. It's just that she's holding the detonation code override keys. They're our last chance of stopping that nuclear launch.
You're a cold man. Your mission is more important than the life of your companions?
This is war. Survival is the name of the game. Sometimes you have to be cold to survive.
Yes, but...
Snake, either way, I want you to find Meryl as soon as possible.
I understand.
That inner voice that warns you when danger is nearby? You can't learn that in training. You've got to have survived a few firefights, seen a few friends blown away, before you learn that trick. When you're trying to hide, avoid places that look like the enemy might search. Think about how your enemy is going to move, and then sneak in there. It doesn't matter how smart you are, just use your head out there. Snake, divide and conquer. Try to take your enemies on one at a time.
Ja, von Meryl bekommen wir keine Antwort. Sie ist jetzt mit was anderem beschäftigt.
Otacon said that now it's possible to design and test new types of nuclear weapons in a virtual simulation without ever exploding a nuclear device. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Since the establishment of DART, the Dual-Axis Radiographic Hydrodynamic Test Facility, and NIF, the National Ignition Facility, early in the 21st century, there's been a wealth of data concerning nuclear fission and fusion. There is also much data accumulated from the nuclear tests conducted over the last 4 decades. With the processing speed of today's supercomputers, they can design a new nuclear weapon through virtual reality computer simulations.
Richtig verrückt.
In order to collect data for the simulation experiments, they're doing subcritical tests underground. Those are experiments in which they detonate high explosives in proximity to plutonium without setting off a critical chain reaction. They then measure the effect that the shockwave has on the plutonium. By measuring the particles which fly off the surface of the plutonium, they can learn the mass, speed, and distribution of the plutonium particles. The politicians insist that, whether it is above ground or below ground, a nuclear test which does not cause a nuclear explosion is not a nuclear test, and therefore does not violate the CTBT. A lot of people do not agree with that interpretation.
Ja, wie gesagt, Metal Gear Solid greift hier auf jeden Fall wichtige Themen an, die heute schon sehr, sehr relevant sind. Also, Man kann über das Spiel sagen, was man will, aber das Spiel hat so richtig dicke Eier, um sowas hier richtig groß anzusprechen. Und dafür liebe ich auch diese Spiele, die auch öffentlich die Spieler auch vor solche Probleme zeigen und ihnen auch beweisen, dass solche Sachen auch richtig gefährlich sind. Wenn man sich zum Beispiel Metal Gear Solid 2 anschaut und wie das Spiel Fake News, Echo Chambers, Zensur etc. vorhergesagt hat. Das Spiel kam im Jahre 2002 raus. Also damals damals war Internet nicht so hoch ausgereift wie heute. Also man kann sagen, was man will, aber ich habe so ein Gefühl, dass Kojima irgendetwas gewusst hat. Ich kann es mir nicht anders erklären. Das ist richtig erstaunlich und gruselig zugleich. Darum ist es auch wichtig, dass die neue Generation von Spielern Metal Gear Solid immer noch spielt, damit sie auch von der Story auch was lernen können und auch die Gefahren erkennen können, die in der Zukunft passieren können und was man auch dagegen tun muss. Darum finde ich auch Metal Gear Solid richtig genial. So, wir haben da Night Vision Goggles gefunden. Nachtsichtgerecht, besser gesagt.
So Merrill's disguised as an enemy soldier, huh? Well, even so, you should be able to spot her if you look close enough. Use either first-person view or corner view to get a really close look. You might also try to sneak in by covering yourself with that cardboard box.
Gute Idee. Gut, sehr geehrte Zuschauer und Abonnenten. Ich bedanke mich bei euch fürs Zuschauen und ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns dann im nächsten Part bei Let's Play Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. Bleibt auf jeden Fall dran, im nächsten Part machen wir weiter.